Okay, question 5 onwards. Right, so frequency table gives information about the numbers of emails sent by 51 teachers. I don't know if I need to know that, so I'm going to put that at the bottom actually, 51. On the grid below, draw a frequency polygon. Right, what you do when it's group data, you don't know where they lie, so we just use an average. So the average of this would be 5 halfway through, 15, 25, 35, 45. Now this has equal class widths, but they don't always necessarily. So I'm going to do, I don't know how that's moved down. Sorry, let me just put that in again. No idea how that happened. So 5, 15, 25, 35 and 45. Okay, so I'm going to do, and it's done it again. Right, 5 and 15. 5 and, there's 5 and 15. What else did I have? 15 and 17. 15 and 17. Be careful because they go up in 0.5s. 25 and 14. So 25 would be here and 14 would be one less than 15, which is here. Gosh, I don't know what's happened to these. They've all gone off. Let me do those again for you. So it was 5 and 5. Actually, I don't think I did that right. So 5 and 5 and 15 and 17. So 5 and 5 and 15 and 17. It's probably why it's done it for me because I've done it wrong. Okay, 25 and 14 still seems to be there. 35 and 9. I've lost it again. 35 and 9. And 45 and 6. Right, I'm going to have to do all of these again. All in one go, if I can remember. 45 and 6. I think it was 5 and 5. 15 and 17, wasn't it? 25, I think, was 14. I seem to lose it when I scroll. 35, oh, there, right. 35 was 9. Yeah, seems to have kept it there. And 5 was 45 was 6. So let's just tidy that up. 45 was 6. Sorry about that. I will get used to this technology one day. Right, you are going to use a ruler to draw the frequency polygon, and you are going to connect them all up with an absolute straight line. Do not draw a line at the bottom. Okay, absolutely do not. Don't make it a polygon. I know it says polygon, you want to join it all up, but don't do that. Right, Nalini says that at least a quarter of these teachers sent more than 30 emails. Right, so more than 30. I'm actually going to use my graph. And what have I got? I've got a frequency of 9 there and a frequency of 6 there. So 9 plus 6 equals 15. So I have to do 15 out of 51 and work out, is that a quarter, is it 0.25 or bigger? It comes to 0.29. So yes, she's correct. You can't just say yes without the evidence. Okay, next one. Now I've actually drawn these in beforehand, so I'm going to go through it. Right, the table gives some information about the birds in her garden. You have to add up the frequency, and when you add them up, you will get the fact that it comes to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 72. Okay, so I have to work out what each one is worth, and 36 divided by 72 is 5 degrees. So each bird is worth 5 degrees. So you do 15 times 5, 10 times 5, 20 times 5, and 27 times 5, and you will get 15 times 5. Let's have a look. So that is 75 degrees, isn't it? 50 plus 25, 75. You get 5/10 of 50. 5/20s are 100. Okay, and 5/27s is 5, 35, 5/2s are 10, 135. Let's just check. 100, 200, and 75, 325, 130, 360. Yeah, they add to 360. So I literally use my protractor, always turning it around from 0. And so if you check, that should be 75 degrees. That should be 50 degrees. That should be 100. And that should be 135. And you have to put the detail in the category. And what you haven't done, you need to put a title which isn't on there. So, birds seen in one day. Could be in a year, or, you know, it's going to vary one day. Okay? Without a title, you're not going to get all the marks. Okay. Table shows some information about the dress sizes of 25 women. Find the median. Okay, so I have got 25 plus 1 divided by 2 to find the middle one. That's 26 divided by 2. So the 13th will be the median. Right, I've got 2 size 8s. I've got 9 in size 10. So I'm going to do cumulative frequency where I add them all up. So it's 2. There's 11 that are a size 10 and under. I add 8. I've got 19 that are a size 12 and under. Add the 6. And I've got 25 that are a 14 and under. So where is that 13th value? Well, I'm only up to 11, number 11, so 12 and 13, so she must have been a size 12. Okay, right, 3 of the 25 women have a shoe size of 7. Zoe says that if you choose at random one of the 25 women, the probability that she has either a shoe size of 7 or a dress size of 14 is 9 out of 25, because 3 out of 25 plus 6 out of 25 equals 9 out of 25. You can't just say yes or no. You have to give a reason. So it is no, because they can be both. They can be both. In other words, it is not mutually exclusive. And if you really wanted to show, you could actually do a tree diagram. Okay, so the probability that they are all of that, if you added all of these together, okay, you would get, so it is these 3 categories here. They are, in here, they've got a 7, whether they have a 14 or not. So all of these, she's got a size 7 shoe, even if she hasn't got a 14 dress size. And here, she hasn't got a size 7, but in this category, she's still got a size 14. So it isn't just the 3 out of 25 and the 6 out of 25, because you've got a category where she is both, which is this one here. Okay, so no. Okay, temperature, about at noon for a town in 50 days. So they're giving me a clue, that must add up to 50. I don't have to bother adding it up. Okay, write down the modal class interval. That's the one with the most in. Okay, so the one with the most in is this one. And the most common mistake is that people will write 21, which is the frequency. But the class interval, you have to write exactly what it is. Absolutely perfect. Copy it to the letter. Is more than 20, less than or equal to 24. Calculate an estimate for the mean temperature. Right, so what you have to do is find the midpoint. So I'm going to say the midpoint, that's how you sort of write it, of the temperature. Between 8 and 12 is going to be 10. It's going to be 14. It's going to be 18, 22 and 26. They're not always the same distance, but they are on this one. So I'm going to do frequency times by the mean temperature. I get 60. I get 112. I get 234. 462. I get 52. And when I add them all up, I get 920. So now to find the mean, I do 920 divided by 50. And the answer will be 18.4. Draw a frequency polygon. You just use these midpoints. So I have got 6 and 10, 8 and 14. I'm worried I'm going to lose it again. So 10 is 6. Hang on, am I going the wrong way round? Hang on. Temperature of 10 has got a frequency of 6. Yeah, that's right. Temperature of 14 has a frequency of 8. To be really careful because they're very similar figures. Temperature of 18 has a frequency of 13, so 10 is going to be 2 less than 15. With a pencil nice and sharp. 22 is 21. Okay, be really careful. So 22 is 21. And 26 is 2. 1, 2. Now again, you are going to use a ruler to do this. Oh, sorry. I'm doing my best. Right, ruler. Remember, don't join at the bottom. Right, question 9. 23 girls have a mean height of 153. 17 boys have a mean height of 165. Work out the mean for all 40 children. Well, when you work out the mean, you add them all up and divide by how many there are. So, they've added up the girls, divided by how many there are, and the answer is 153. So what they all added up to must have been 153 times 23, which is 3,519. And the same with the boys. 165 times 17 must mean it was 2,805. I add those together and I get 6,324. So to work out the mean, the total is 6,324. I divide by how many there are, which is 40, and my answer is 158.1. Now they've put the units in, but if they hadn't, there'd have been a mark for the units, centimetres. And I look back just to check. Oops, sorry. Are we coming up? Oops. Sorry about this. It's so touch sensitive. Come on. But actually, when it comes up, it is between my two heights. So that's what I was expecting. Right, I'm going to stop it here and start again because it seems to have